Have they just handed the title initiative to Manchester City in the process?
Well, they've certainly given them some oxygen, haven't they? They've certainly given Man City an opportunity, because the perception is that Man City can control their own destiny because they've got Arsenal at home. If they beat Arsenal at home, Man City win all their games, as Paul Merson was saying last night, they win the league. If they win all their games. So there's a lot difference between where they are and where they aren't in terms of, the opportunities that lay in front of them. I think Arsenal got to get themselves together. Drawing against Nottingham Forest, drawing against Wolves, two of the sides that are in the bottom four, is inexcusable, really, when you're on a Premier League title tilt.
Yeah.
And it has the whiff of times gone past, losing to Southampton or whatever it was, losing to lesser sides, West Ham, I think, and Fulham during that period of time when they earned the bottlers tag. I think they've got the steel to get through this. They'll regroup themselves, but these are not. We know that the narrative is going to be every game that Arsenal play. If it's not a win, out comes the monarchy. If they play Man City in the League Cup final and they lose in that, bang, Man City are seeded with the psychological advantage. They've got to weather this storm. They've got a far better squad than they had 3 or 4 years ago. They have to weather this particular self-inflicted storm.
If it is a B, Simon, and let me explain, what is that B? Is it a blip, or is it the beginnings of serious bottle?
Well, they've had results in the middle of it. I mean, okay, you should expect to beat Wigan in the FA Cup, which they duly did. They beat Sunderland, who are nobody's fools, and put them to the sword. They beat Leeds, despite their lowly position in recent times, have been a very difficult side to play against for all of the top sides in the division. So there are moments in time, but these are careless missteps. Brentford away, look, on paper we say in our mind's eye Brentford should be beaten by Arsenal.
Yeah.
But in the form guide and what's happened this season with Brentford, they've done very well, so we can understand that getting a point away at Brentford is not quite as catastrophic as it might seem prima facie on paper. They lose to Man United. Okay, Man United have got a new guy in, and you can make a backstory for all of them. But again, you shouldn't be losing at home to Manchester United, not this version of Man United. But the two results that stand out, have to stand out, are the 4 points that have been thrown away. I don't care how well Wolves picked themselves up and got themselves together in that game. You were 2-0 up. You're the Premier League champions elect.
Yeah.
It's in your hands. You see these games out, however galvanised the home side may be. So there's 4 points there that are against Nottingham Forest and against Wolves that are unforgivable to some extent when you're on a title tilt.
Yeah.
So you look at those 4 points, all of a sudden the landscape is completely different, but they've lost them. And now it's about what they do next. Now they've got Tottenham and Chelsea. These are real games that they've got on their toes now. Now, they should beat Tottenham, and I suspect there'll be a reaction. There'll be a reaction from Arsenal.
But they should have beaten Wolves.
They should have done, but they react. Now, I feel sorry for Tottenham because they're going to be on the end of a reaction. That being said, myself and Danny glibly turned around and said there's no parallel universe in this life or the next. The Wolves get anything out of this game. So nothing is guaranteed, but I would be very surprised if there isn't a reaction from Arsenal to the detriment of Spurs. And then they've got Chelsea.
Yeah.
And in amongst that, Chelsea have got Man City have got one. Newcastle and one other who evades me. Well, and Newcastle are no mugs either. So that's not a gimme for Man City, despite the fact Newcastle are 10th in the league.
True.
That's not a gimme either.
You see, after January's loss to Manchester United, we to a large extent turned our noses up when Patrick Vieira said there are still some questions about the mental strength of the team. That performance, they will really be disappointed with it. And he was talking about they need more energy. They've got to take more risks because they have the quality to do so.
Yeah.
And the very fact that we questioned it and we reacted to it in this very studio, and Emmanuel Petit kind of shut us down on it. Do you remember this was Emmanuel?
I've been listening to former players on different stage, and saying the same thing. Mental strains, are they going to lose the title, or the same thing and again every week like this, Stop the negativity, especially for the Arsenal fans. I want you to support the team until the end. Stop. Yeah, I want you to believe that they are able, they have the strength, the quality to win the title. I'm so tired of it.
Well, he was tired of it then, but Vieira's words then, these days on, ring true after what we saw last night.
I mean, from Vieira's point of view, there's no loss in this because if he's right, he's proven to be sage-like. If he's wrong, no one cares because Arsenal are sailing away with the title. So he can't be wrong in that respect because no one's going to pull up Patrick Vieira and say, well, hang on a second, you negative Nigel. They've shown you that they can actually do it.
Yeah.
People will be too busy consumed with the fact that Arsenal are up and away. The fact that he looks like he's now had an epiphany that other people didn't see, we'll see. There's no gimmies in this. There's no givens. Man City are not the Man City of old. They've got their own frailties. Let's see if they go capitalise on it. Because this title race, insofar as it's a title race beyond anyone other than Man City and Arsenal, neither side is gripping the nettle and really kicking on. And City have come again, they've come stronger, they've come better. But they this expected steam train of Man City, and we know what they do. And when their engines start, they don't stop. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because they're not quite the same.
The gap could be down to 2 as Arsenal go into the North London derby on Sunday with Spurs. Can you imagine the atmosphere at that? Every Spurs fan's going to dine out in it. Your bottle's going, and the Arsenal fans will be looking at it through gritted
But they're not
teeth.
playing against the Spurs fans. They're playing against 11 Tottenham players that aren't good enough at this moment in time. That have got a manager sacked.
Yeah.
Sitting at the bottom end of the Premier League that have got worries the other way. And the question of this game is Arsenal have got a better side, and they've just got to assert themselves in this
We've
game.
seen them beaten before. Other teams who have better sides in derbies can lose.
Yeah, they can. They can. But this derby takes a new edge on because Arsenal have got jeopardy in this game even more than they already have. They already have massive jeopardy because they can't lose to their local rivals.
Yeah.
If they lose this game on the back of the result against Wolves, they're going to have a full-on expose or inquisition into what they are and what they aren't. So they think they're under pressure now. Lose the Spurs game, see what kind of pressure you're under. I think they've got enough in that dressing room to pull themselves together. It's not Mikel Arteta. It's players pull themselves together.
Yeah, sure.
They've got to get themselves, back into the groove of assuming that they are the best team in the land.
Allow me to get a bit ahead of myself. But if it were to be a third title race dropped, would that be unforgivable in the minds of the media and the fans, but not in the boardroom?
I think listen, it wouldn't be unforgivable for me. I think he has done a good job. I think he's got to win something. So would I be out there with a full-on lobby for him to be fired? No, because I think the Arsenal boardroom look at it and go, massive progress. But you have to look at it and say, if not now, when? I mean, who said it the other day? If they don't do it now, they're never going to do it. I forget, there was Patrick
Vieira said now or never.
Was it Vieira who said never? I mean, with due respect to Patrick, I know he was part of an invincible team, but he can't speak about the management capabilities of Arteta and when he's going to win something. But there is a feeling in me that this is the season, this is the opportunity. Man City will not be as loose as they've been at certain times in this season again. I think they will regain their poise. Liverpool are not going to be as poor at times next season as they are this season. Maybe they will be. Chelsea are getting better. United are evidently getting better.
Yeah.
So this is the window. This is the moment. This is where you put your foot on your opponent's throat.
Absolutely.
I still think they will. I still think it was never going to be easy. And why should it be easy to win a Premier League? They were always going to have to battle to win their first Premier League in the best part of a quarter of a century.
Arsenal fans, I know it might be a tough ask, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You prepared to come on and join us this morning? Because I'm going to put it to you straight. Is this deja vu or no time to panic? If it is a B, which B is it? Is it a blip or the beginning of the dreaded bottle? You tell us. 03717 223344. Ahead of the game against Tottenham on Sunday, we want to hear from you now. 03717 223344.